Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the niche brand, the niche perfume brand of Ibrahim Al Qurashi. Ibrahim Al Qurashi is a very well-known perfume house from Saudi Arabia. They've been around for many years, and they are one of the best perfume houses from Middle East. They are quite renowned for their quality, and this one in particular is from their line is called basically Riviera line or beach line or things like that, which come in this white bottles and the white box. There are 6 of them in this line. This one in particular is called Ibrahim Al Qurashi, and this is Riviera Sunset EDP 100 ml. United Kingdom retails for £100. But if you do your research and Google it, it will come up, and probably is going to be discounted here and there. It's not super discounted, but it is reduced to some extent. For the price I paid, this is a bargain. It smells great. So first thing first, in terms of presentation, very nice, especially for the price. You're getting a very good presentation. It's very summery, it's very holiday like presentation to it, which is very nice on the hand and the eye. Quality of the box and the bottle, everything in here, and the atomizer, everything shouts quality. In terms of performance, excellent. On my skin went easily over 10 hours. On t-shirt and materials goes easily over 12 hours. The next day I woke up, I still could smell it strongly on my t-shirt. So it's a very good performer. It's excellent. In terms of projection, I had an arm length of projection for around 3 to 4 hours, and after that you slowly subside, but you have always have a big bubble, big cloud and a big trail behind you. I went with 10 sprays of it, which is what I do with my testing. Excuse me. And that was ample enough for me to smell it all day. And the next day my wife kept saying this is a very strong perfume, you put too much, so be careful with the trigger. If you are interested and you're going to buy it, first experiments, go with like 3 to 4 sprays first, and if it's not ample enough, then increase it from there. So performance, excellent. In terms of who is it for, this is definitely bang in the middle, unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem whatsoever in here. It's just targeted unisex, and it's correct to my nose, and it's correct in terms of designation. In terms of occasion, this is a Swiss Army knife. You can dress it up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, casual, formal. Special occasion, you can wear it daytime, you can at nighttime, you can wear it to a wedding. It's so good, and you can wear it to a gym and a work, because it's very palatable and easygoing in the same time. In terms of the age, I would say this is ageless. Anybody can from 18 can wear it, no problem at all. And overall, I highly recommend this perfume. It's gorgeous. I'm going to mention 2 perfumes here, although these 2 perfumes, they're not 100%, they're not, this is not a copy of them, it's not inspired by them, I don't think so, but it just give you a right direction, give you mental picture how it smells overall, and to some extent, okay. And those perfumes are first one is Paco Rabanne 1 million Elixir. Yeah, this one's got maybe around 60-70% similarity to that one. And the other one is Azaro Most Wanted Parfum. Again, to some extent, 60-70% similar to that one. So you can tell where it's going. These 2 fragrances are very popular fragrances. They are very trendy. They are up to date, they are very today's perfumery. And there are many other fragrances out there. There are some similarity to those two anyway, so you can get the gist of it overall, how this one smells. So again, it's not a one-to-one to those two, it's not 100%, they're not copy, but to some extent it reminded me of these two fragrances quite strongly. So this is the category or the perfume DNA you will smell in here. So let's get to the perfume itself and we will take it from there. So this fragrance starts off with a huge citrus. The citrus here is very juicy, it's very uplifting, it's very happy. Overall, I classify this fragrance as fresh to semi-fresh, and also I classify it as aromatic spicy fragrance. So this is very aromatic and is very spicy in the same time. Although overall this is a fresh spicy rather than deep dark spiciness to it, but it nevertheless is quite spicy. So it opens up with a huge citrus, and the citrus in here is amalgamation of few citrus. We're getting mandarin orange, we're getting grapefruit, we're getting lime, we're getting lemon. So it's a very good amalgamation of few citruses in here, and that citrus lasts for a very long time, almost half life of this fragrance. Those citruses stay there, which is very impressive, especially for a price. So those citruses are very juicy, very natural smelling to them. Overall this fragrance smells quite natural. Obviously in this price point we expect some synthetic elements, but the perfumer or the people who put this perfume together, they know exactly what they're doing. So they have very good knowledge of perfumery, and they've done a good job of blending it in a way that it doesn't feel synthetic at all. It smells very natural to my nose, which is very good for this price point. So in terms of perfume, this is one of the highest perfume you can get for a price. It's very well done, it's very well put together. It's a construction, you can smell know-how, you can smell knowledge behind this perfume, and it's very well done. In terms of ingredients, the same thing. It's very good quality ingredients in here. Smells very niche like, or maybe high-end designer like. So you're paying much less than a high-end designer or a niche perfume, which are about £200 plus. So it smells great. Especially this one smells very crowd pleasing. It smells as both Azoro, Most Wanted, Parfum, and Paco 1 Million Elixir. Both are very popular fragrances, and they are very crowd pleasing. They are people's pleaser. They are very popular between the public. So in here you're getting similar vibe and similar perfume and similar DNA. So yeah, after the citruses you'll face some aromaticness in here. So to my nose I'm smelling definitely some lavender, I'm smelling some orange blossom, and also I'm smelling some rose, but the rose is way in the background, is behind the the lavender and the orange blossom. So these three together giving it quite a big body of floral. So you need to like your floral fragrances to enjoy this. Although this is overall, it doesn't go to super floral, it doesn't get there, but it is nevertheless, there are quite strong nuances in here. After those florals are the spices. So to my nose I'm getting definitely cinnamon, I'm getting nutmeg, and to some extent I'm getting cumin. But the cumin is the lesser of the three, and also overall this is a fresh spicy rather than the deep spiciness to it. So those are nuances rather than big players, but it's giving it a very good nuances in here, which is very appealing. Then you'll face with a big amber in here. The amber in here overall is transparent, is see-through, is airy, very airy amber, which is delicious. And also it's quite leathery in the base. The leather in here is quite soft, is more like suede, and also is very clean. Overall this fragrance is quite clean. I would say from beginning to end it is clean to semi-clean. Okay, so it is clean overall. The woods are in here very clean again, combination of cedar sandalwood, which gives a very creaminess to it. especially the sandalwood, giving a very creamy woody feel to it in the dry down. And also the sweetness of this fragrance is coming from tonka bean and some vanilla, which they're not mentioning in the note breakdown. I'm getting definitely some tonka bean, which is giving it a little bit of nuttiness, and also the earthiness, a little bit of that smoothness as well with the vanilla, both of them, with the vanilla, the tonka bean, and also the sandalwood here are very smooth ride. So overall this is a very well blended fragrance, very smooth, very rounded. It's gorgeous. Overall it's superbly gorgeous. So let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown, and we'll take it from there. So this is according to Ibrahim Al Qurashi's website. On top we have mandarin, grapefruit and mint. In the mid we have cinnamon, spices and rose. In the base we have leather, amber, woods and patchouli. So yes, I get these things, but there are more things they're not mentioning. For example, the lavender they're not mentioning, which is quite big in here and it's very aromatic. They're not mentioning the orange blossom. They're not mentioning the nutmeg and the cumin in here. They're not mentioning for example the lime and the lemon in here, which are very big. And also they're not mentioning the cedar sandalwood combination, which is again to my nose is quite apparent in their base. And also they're not mentioning the tonka bean and the vanilla. So yes, there are some nuances here which they are mentioning, but there are much more than that. So this is quite a complex fragrance, especially for the fresh to semi-fresh fragrance. This is very impressive. Yeah, so it opens up with about mandarin, orange and grapefruit and mint. That's about mintiness overall. Yeah, it's got a mintiness to it, but it's not per se minty. It's got a feel of that mintiness, if you like. If you got the airiness of it, it's got the coolness of it, it's got the menthol feel to it, but overall it's not there strongly to making it a minty fragrance. The cinnamon and nutmeg and the cumin in here giving it that spiciness to it, but overall smells like fresh spices, like maybe a little bit of ginger in here as well. I'm getting some ginger. I'm definitely getting nutmeg. The aromatics like the lavender and the orange blossom here are very big as well, which they're not mentioning, which is giving it that big clean floral feel to it as well, which is, by the way, the rose is here, but you can smell it very faintly. Yeah, it's mainly in the background and it's mainly supportive role. The leather amber and the cedar sandalwood, patchouli. Patchouli in here is giving it a little bit of complexity, but it's more variety of clean patchouli. So it's a leafy patchouli. Overall, I'm getting some camphousness in here, some leafiness, some grassiness, some green aspect as well. But again, it's in nuances. It's not a big player. Also getting a little bit hint of powderiness in here and a hint of dustiness overall to it. The combination of that tonka bean and the vanilla in here is very apparent, and it's very sweet overall, from 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest. This is around, it opens up around 6 to 7. Later on it's beside maybe a point, but it doesn't go away. The sweetness stays there till the end, so it's very sweet in the same time. Not very sweet, but it is ample enough sweet. So it is a little bit more than moderate sweetness in here. So overall, if you like it classy, if you like it very up to date, is very trendy, it's very today's perfumery, if you like it very crowd pleasing, if you like it people pleaser, if you like it easygoing, if you like it fresh, if you like it in the same time quite complex and deep, if you like it spicy, if you like it aromatic, if you like it woody, if you like it sweet, if you like it very friendly and very uplifting and very happy, this is a gorgeous fragrance. I highly recommend that. I'll give it 2 thumbs up. So don't forget, to some extent it reminds me of those 2 fragrances, just to give you the mental picture, which is Azaro Most Wanted Parfum and also Pacaroban 1 Million Elixir. To some extent this one smells like those 2 as well, but again not 1-to-1, not 100%, just to put you in the right direction. Okay guys, I highly recommend this fragrance. It's very well done, it's very well put together, it's gorgeous, smells great for the price, performs superbly well. Everything about it shows good quality, so almost nothing in here to say negative at all. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. This beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very, very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the creator. So there are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of. And that gives them the huge personality, very big, bold, very artistic and unique. They are very long lasting and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. There are many other reviews reviewed my perfumes. If you are interested, you can go and check them out as well. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I see you later. Bye.